So the ambition of the campaign is to reduce the energy demand of the existing EU building stock by 80% by 2050 as compared to 2005. Why is this our level of ambition? It is because in Europe at the moment the demolition rate of buildings is approximately 0.1%. Approximately. When you do the mathematics on it, in fact, 90% or more of the buildings that are standing and occupied today will still be standing and occupied in 2050. Although in that year, the existing buildings of today will make about 75% of the stock because we have a new build rate of between 0.8 and 1% at the moment. In the same year, the European Union intends that this region of the world will be the world's most competitive low-carbon economy on the planet, and that goal cannot be achieved unless the building sector achieves this ambition. So that's, in a sense, the simple background to the campaign. The messages we put out in the campaign are that energy-efficient renovations boost public finances, and I want to come back to that a little later in my presentation. Deep renovation of the EU building stock will create local jobs and stimulate the economy. Again, I come back to this point, and it's a central element that we're discussing today. 3, improving energy efficiency will reduce our dependence on foreign imports. And finally, deep renovation of our homes will also reduce the carbon footprint or CO2 emissions and therefore contribute to environmental goals. In fact, addressing energy efficiency of the existing building stock can hit social, environmental and economic goals, putting it at the heart of sustainable development or of a sustainable green economy. Our own estimate, and it's backed up by the modelling done by the Buildings Performance Institute of Europe, is that achieving our ambition would create approximately 2 million new local non-exportable jobs in the construction sector in the year 2020. This would reduce fuel poverty and increase health in the general population, and would be a significant boost to local economies and to overall recovery at European level. And the results are very encouraging indeed. What they did is they identified 5 areas that they could look at: energy savings, reduced energy tax income, reduced outlay on subsidies, health benefits, and increased economic activity. So, they found that there were 2 key areas where you could measure benefits. One was an annual boost to benefits in society, and the second was a one-off benefit in the period from now to when Europe gets back to structural GDP level in about 2018. And of that, public finances specifically would benefit in 2020 by 39 billion euro and in 2030 by 78 billion euro. What this says is that deciding to put money into energy efficiency renovation programs in the states of the European Union is not a spending decision. It's an investment decision, because it's an investment that pays off year after year after year, and not only does it pay off, it grows over the years. New jobs can be readily created, avoiding unemployment benefit and social benefit. You can measure that in the time from now to 2018, the societal benefits in the high efficiency scenario would be as great as 290 billion euro, and for public finances that translates to about 128 billion. This is in addition to the annual benefits that would be coming by that year anyway. So a very significant sum of money. Indeed, financing is a question that is on a lot of people's minds, and the good news from the European Union is that the structural funds for the next period, 2014-2020, that can be attributed to energy efficiency in buildings has been more than doubled since the last funding period. And the expectation is that the European Union is going to earmark as a floor, not as a ceiling, that's very important, a floor amount of €23 billion that can be spent on energy efficiency in the period to 2020.